Quiet everyone, as we welcome the birthday of Wickerbottom. This stern librarian has got a few tricks up her sleeves and very godlike powers as well. So let's just jump straight into it. Stat-wise, she sits at a respectable 150 health and 150 hunger, but her sanity jumps to 250 sanity at the top. So anyway, let's just start with her thing, start with her first perk, knows many things. Wickerbottom is a walking science machine, so yes, she can create tier 1 science crafts without the need of a science machine. And if you do make a science machine, you are able to make you are basically a walking alchemy engine. So yeah, this is really helpful early on to start making stuff like backpacks, but I will still recommend do make an alchemy engine because some of her crafts will need an alchemy engine regardless of this perk. With her 2 papyrus that she has when starting off, she has a new book tab where she's able to make she's able to make books of her own. The first book, Birds of the World, requiring 2 papyrus and 2 eggs. So, make it, read it, and you'll summon a circle of birds around you, depending on the turf that you're standing on. Me, on forest turf, I managed to get redbirds and crows. This only has 3 uses though, and you lose 50 sanity each time you read this book. So yeah, keep this in mind. It could be used for some good Krampus farms. And with the new recent Reap What You Sow update, her farming books have been split into 2. The first one, Horticulture Abridged. Now this one it makes any food crops grow instantly. So berries, stuff like berries and plants you put in a farm plot. So this is also good for gathering food early game. Now we're going into alchemy engine territory, starting off with applied silviculture. Now originally you can still get it in the single player game. Applied Silviculture and Horticulture Abridged were once one book, all did the same thing, just growing plants. But Horticulture Abridged only relates food-related products, while Applied Silviculture only does stuff like grass, trees, and stuff like as you see on the screen, only grass and trees and twigs and stuff like that. Okay, just keep that in mind. And coming back to the alchemy engine for Tentacles. This book is an interesting one. You need tentacle spots for this one, and with it, you'll be able to spawn your own tentacles. So yes, you can just go anywhere else when you want, and you will spawn about 3 tentacles every time you read it. This book only has 5 users, so you can get a total of 15 tentacles out of one book on its own. And they are randomly placed, so just keep that in mind. So just be mindful of your surroundings when you do this. And you lose 50 sanity each time you read this. Moving on to the Prestidigitator, we need Sleepy Time Stories. With a couple pieces of Nightmare Fuel onto the added Papyrus, you can make anything in your proximity fall asleep. Now, this can be actually useful when fighting bosses and that, but just remember that when it comes to putting stuff asleep, it only depending on the mob, it varies. So some creatures like these rabbits here will stay asleep for a long time, while stuff like bosses will only stay for a few seconds. Yep, so just keep that in mind when doing this. And with all these books, you always lose a bit of sanity. Now with these rabbits asleep, we can commit some murders. Now, don't question why I have the umbrella on at the moment, you'll understand in a bit. With an extra red gem, you can make The End Is Nigh. Now, this one is one of the most powerful and needing a shadow manipulator for it. Go ahead, find the book, read it, and you'll summon about 20 lightning strikes. Now, the only reason I have the umbrella is so I'm protected from these lightning strikes. So again, you can commit some very murderous crimes using this book. Let's just kill these clockworks over here. Did not get away with it. Did not get away with it. Run, Wicker. Run faster, you. Another problem that she has is that she suffers from insomnia. So this means that she can't reap the benefits of a tent, siesta lean-to, or even a fur roll. But there is a little little trick behind this. If you find a mandrake and decide to eat it, this is what you'll see when you fall asleep. It's quite horrifying. I don't. But get away. Get some holy water. She is also a very picky eater. So when she she eats normal food, she's absolutely fine. If she eats stale food, she'll only gain a third of the hunger benefits, and no sanity. And if you eat stale food, that drops to, you only gain a sixth of the sixth of the hunger value, and you'll lose 10 sanity and gain no health benefits. So keep that in mind, because she's very picky. Despite being this picky, she chooses that her favorite food is something quite hard to get, which is surf and turf, requiring 1 meat, 2 fish, 2 raw fish, and a twig. You'll be able to make some surf and turf. I can't remember the stats. I'm pretty sure it's like 33 sanity and about 60 health. So yeah, it's a pretty good dish, and you'll gain, of course, the extra 15 hunger when eaten by Wickerbottom. And that is it, everyone. Again, this is one of the shorter ones, because once again, once you know her, there's not really much to really explain. So, anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this little guide of Wickerbottom, and I guess I'll see you for the next one. I'll try to get that Minecraft 1.18 update out soon, okay? I'll try my best, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.